So if you haven't noticed already, I'm currently in the closet, like an actual closet. This is my little brother's closet. He has a big closet. I currently just want to go over some struggles that I have with the scripts, the voiceovers, the video editing, and the thumbnails. So at first I thought my scripts were pretty good. My scriptwriter had a decent understanding of what to do, but then I realized some things just didn't flow naturally. Like there were too many fillers put in there, which I guess didn't result in a high retention rate. So I ended up changing that. So I told her to take out some of those fillers, add some call to actions. I thought it was good too, but the call to actions were too early on. And I think if it's in the beginning, it's just asking for too much. So say, hey, welcome to so-and-so channel. If you're looking for more content on so-and-so, subscribe. And that's not something I wanted to put in there just because I thought asking for something before giving value just wasn't, worth it. So I ended up changing that as well too, and then got slightly higher retention rate because of it. But I'm still currently struggle with the retention rate right now, so I don't really know what to do with the scripts, other than potentially shortening the intros even more. Because after talking to a team member, he was like one of my first ones I had on. I asked him like, hey, you've been here for a while, you've seen the changes, I've made, you've seen changes we've made, and I just want to see what's your honest opinion. And he was basically saying that sometimes the intros drag on for a little too long, and honestly, it's pretty true. Even with the changes made before, the intros are still too long. Even though I made a guideline saying that it has to be roughly 300 words, I think I'm going to go ahead and change that and implement something different for these next 5 to 10 upcoming videos, and then basically reanalyze everything again. So that's going to be the changes I'm going to make with the script. As far as the voiceovers goes, I think they're fine. The guy I was talking to was my voiceover guy, is my voiceover guy. He's been pretty good. Everything's on point. There seems to be slight echo, but I think it's okay. I don't want to let him go or anything because of that. There was background noise in the beginning, but he went ahead and changed it. And then with my other voiceover actor, he said he got a new microphone. It didn't sound too good. Or the first one sounded good, but afterwards it didn't. So I'm not sure what to do there. Also, he's been with me for a long time, so I don't know really what to do. I think what I'm going to say is if he can go in a closet as well, so it can be a little bit less echoey, sort of like I'm in a closet right now, just to make it a little less echoey too. So hopefully that solves the problem, and then again, I'll go ahead and reanalyze the next 5 to 10 videos, see if that changed anything. I thought a B was here. It was just on the window. As far as video editing goes, that was the most changes I had made so far from the beginning to the end. Because at first, everything was kind of all over the place. There wasn't really things that were modeling. So since I had multiple video editors, they did a bunch of things differently, such as putting different end screens, which I didn't like, putting different subscribe here, which I didn't like. Well, I did like some of them, but the fact that they were different wasn't good. And then also having different text fonts, different sizes. And so what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and changed all that as well too. So I made the video editors a guideline as well too of what to do. And what happened was now everything looks the same, which is good. So now the fonts and the font size are the same. I use the bold font just because it's nice, clear, and thick. And then I have them put it in the middle with some little outlines sometimes and sometimes no outlines, but they kind of adjust as they go. And basically when there's important things that are thrown at you through the video, boom, text up front. And then as far as referencing where we got the clips from, in the upper left-hand corner is going to be what the channel name is, and it's going to be about 50% opacity, so it's going to be a little bit lighter, and the font size is pretty tiny. So for example, it'll look like this. So after implementing those changes as well, I saw retention rate go slightly up as well too. I remember before it was like 20, 25, and now I'm seeing retention rate hovering around 25 to 30%. But I still need to fix that, so I don't know what else to do. And I think it goes all the way back to the script. So I think that's the major changes I have to do first before moving forward and making bigger changes. Now, as far as thumbnails goes, after checking through my analytics, I was pretty happy with what I saw. There was only a handful, like literally like 5 videos that I saw that had an under 4% click-through rate, 3.8, 3.2, 2.2, 2.0, which is pretty bad, but a bunch of other ones were above it. So I had like 6, 7, 8, 12 on one of them, which is pretty crazy. And some of them did have a decent amount of views, like 1, 2, or 3,000. And considering it was like, let's say 8 to 10% click-through rate, I thought that was pretty good. So to be able to get that, I did make some changes too. Like before we had a bunch of text in there in the thumbnail, and now I went ahead and changed it too. So now there's only like very little words and text, if that makes sense. So it'll look like something like this. And then I also started implementing what I saw other channels use too, which was literally like an arrow pointing at something, a red arrow pointing at something. And I thought that also had to do with having higher click-through rate. So yeah, that's what's been going on. That were some of the struggles I had and some changes I made. And also click here if you want to see the 3-month update for YouTube automation right there. And also if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more. Subscribe for more.